Good evening. Welcome to maryisthenewEvangelization.com. My name is Tom, and tonight I want to talk to you about a movie that I just saw called Heaven is for Real. Heaven is for Real is, as everyone knows, about a boy named Colton who was 4 years old who left his body during an operation, traveled around the hospital, then went to heaven, no, went back to his old church, then went to heaven. Okay, so while they're operating on this kid, he goes to the chapel in the hospital room, the waiting room to see his mom. Then he goes to his church, which is like I don't know how many miles away. Then Jesus comes to him at the church, takes him to heaven, goes to some park where he meets his sister who was miscarried, who didn't have a name because his parents never named the little girl, her parents. Okay, always name your child. If you lose a child, you of course name your child. Now, so anyway, this movie was about this little boy's experience, out of body experiences, and they put it to film, and they did a great job. The little actor was just amazing. And, they talked about this other little girl in Australia who has like mystical gift of painting pictures of heaven. That girl's worth looking into as well. If you want, get a glimpse into heaven, this is the kind of stuff you have to look at. The Bible talks about heaven, of course, streets of gold, uh, Emerald City, right? So that's really cool. The Bible it talks about no pain, suffering, no evil, no sin in heaven, rivers, tree of life, um, God, of course, the angels, the saints, the martyrs, everybody in heaven. According to Colton, there's going to be animals, tons of animals in heaven. Why not, right? Um, so anyway, I think really the message, there's two messages in this movie. One, let go of any preconceived notions you have of what heaven is like. Let go of that. Because it's impossible to even comprehend. Whatever is good and pleasant, you can be sure is in heaven, okay? Um, good and pleasant, pure, lovely, beautiful to behold, um, attractive. These things are all in heaven, of course. Plus so much more. That's what he was trying to say. He said it's like earth, but so much better. So we have glimpses of heaven here on earth. We just got to take that to a whole nother level. So okay. So anyway, I cried when his mother uh, finally, you know, uh, touched her son, finally connected with him. Here, this little boy has this really serious operation, and his mom is like distraught beyond measure, thinking her son might die, asking people for prayers. And then after he recovers, she doesn't even talk to him. He's having all these uh, talking about heaven, and the mom's like nowhere near there and smashing glasses and just wanting a normal life. In the meantime, her little boy saw heaven and angels, and this lady's like, nowhere near her son, 4-year-old son. But the father's real close to him. So the father gets persecuted. But this is the I'm going to tell you the problem with the movie is women. What kind of mother would not be all over her son, loving him, talking to him, encouraging him, wanting to hear about his experience in heaven? And this mother just wasn't there. I mean, she was a lovely lady. And at the end, finally, when they talked about her daughter, who she never named, what kind of mother would not name a daughter? And I'm not putting you down, ma'am. All I'm saying is, when you leave the Blessed Mother out of the equation, this is unheard of. Now, Colton, my understanding is he saw Mary, the mother of Jesus, in heaven. And whoever produced the film didn't think that was important to include. So they included his experience with his sister, and they included the experience with his grandfather, and they included the experience with Jesus, and they included the experience with angels. But they did not include his experience with Mary, Jesus' mother, which you can document. He said he saw her. Okay, so, all right, so let's choose to not put that out there because the other things were considered more important, right? How many minutes would that have taken? Something so important that so many people don't get, and you're going to leave that out of the equation. So I'm disappointed about that. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm disappointed you left her out of this movie. But I understand, I understand that you probably were pressured to. Okay, so that you get points against. But the movie was great. And Colton, whoever played Colton, was wonderful. He was just great, too. He did a great job. The father did a great job. The woman, the wife, was beautiful. I mean, she was a beautiful wife. Really was. Um, you know, the and you know the Protestant church, the Wesleyan church there, the people, and they showed them like being real. They were struggling with the whole thing. So anyway, it was a great movie. Why you had to, leave the Blessed Mother out didn't have to be a big thing, but the boy said he saw her, so put it out there. That's all. Thank you.